Yo, hey, what's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. So let's break down today's trade, our thought process, and things like that. Everything. Okay. So let's hop into the charts. USD JPY. Okay. We took two trades, and both were. At, I didn't lose those trades, but I went out at break even. Okay. So basically, I didn't made anything. I didn't lose anything. I didn't made anything. Okay. So going into the day, London session. Uh, Let me just delete these things. Okay, so usually, as you can see in the London session, the 4 hour, in the 4 hour we have been bearish. Okay, we, as you can see, we had a SMT here, and we also took internal here. As you can see, we took out this liquidity here, and then break structure below. Okay, so I had an idea. So once you haven't went in, we didn't had any pullback, so we just went in. So our idea was that we can have a pullback in, and we also has traded into this fair value gap of hourly, so we had another perspective that we can push higher from here. Okay, this one also is getting supported by the structure, because UJ has been bearish for a long, bullish for a long time now. Okay, so going into the day, my perspective was mm, in the 4 hour we take out buy side, as you can see here. Then we are pushing lower. We have traded into this fair value gap, so our idea was we definitely gonna have a push higher. Okay, so then I marked out my point of interest. We had a 1 hour fair value gap here, so the 30-minute fair value gap here, as you can see, this order block here, and a 30-minute fair value gap here. Okay, so what exactly price was doing, and got some buy stops here as well. So what price was exactly doing, let me show you guys in the lower time frame. So where is my session, whatever. So what actually happened here, as you can see, that we have been like pushing higher. Okay, slowly consolidating and pushing higher. You see, it's in a trend. It's in a trend, as you can see, right? It's pushing higher slowly, consolidated and pushing higher. We are respecting all bearish, bullish PDRS, and disrespecting bearish ones. Okay, so one of my idea was as we were bullish for the day, so my basic idea was we gonna break through this fair value gap, sorry, this order block, retest into, and push higher, finally take out all of these buy stops. Okay, this was our basic idea. As we have already traded inside this, so I didn't had any idea that we're gonna again come back and trade into this fair value gap. So this was our idea. So first trade, we break through this. 15-minute also closed with nice volume. You see volume pushing higher. We broke through this, pretty much idea. So as we came inside this 15-minute fair value gap, I was ready to buy. So I was using my OTE level to understand. So this is my OTE level, and I entered the trade here. I entered the trade at this price point, uh 156.709. Okay, I entered in here after I got this bullish fair value, sorry, this bullish move upward. Okay, after we traded inside this 1 minute time frame fair value gap. So there's a catch now. Before we went down, what we actually done, if you look closely, we actually have swept this buy side liquidity over here. See, we swept this buy side liquidity. So one of my idea was like this could be a sell model type thing. Like this could be something like this. Like we have a buy stop, we went swept it, we pushed lower, go higher, took out the internal, then finally do the break of structure, push lower, and go like this. All there's something, another thing can happen, that we might go higher, push a bit lower, swept it, but we might broke through this level. So this was my overall idea, like anything this in between these two, anything can happen. Okay. But my overall idea was like we are at least going, either we're gonna break above this high, either we're gonna sweep this high. So what I did once price reached into this, okay, I went break even. Once price has reached into this level, okay, we went break even. So if now price retrace back in, finally do the market structure which it has done, then I'm out of the trade with no losses. But if price really go kind of broke through and take a retracement, go higher, we're in the trade, we'll make the money. So didn't happen exactly. We swept that, broke to the downside. 5 minute, you see, if you give the 5 minute huge candle, literally the market structure happened in single candle. So once this one happened, so I find out, okay, we're respecting the order block. uh, we just swept through buy side. Now our target would be sell side. What could be the target for the sell side? We had equal liquidities here, as you can see. We had low here. We also had this fair value gap. So at this moment I was like, the way we have actually pushed, you see, the way actually coming lower, I thought like, okay, the FBG might not get respected this time. Okay, so the way we actually disrespected all the bullish PDRAs that was here. So at this moment, once it broke, I was ready to take a buy. I mean, sorry, I was ready to take a sell as we come into our OTE level. Anything here would work, but as you can see that I was actually hoping price come into this fair value gap actually. Okay, this one price didn't came in, exactly sold off from the 50%. So I was like, okay, let's wait for something else. Then we had this push. I was ready to take another sell from here. This time price uh did came into the, like, this time actually what happened is price came here, okay, touched the 50% level, pushed a little bit lower, came again, and this time prices swept, looking like an internal model. Right now I was sure that we definitely gonna have a break of structure from here. And what's going on, and exactly we had our break of structure here. Okay, so now I didn't want to miss the move, so I knew that we should not be pushing going higher from here. And our easy stop loss was this candle's body. Okay, this body here. We entered the trade as this candle closed bearish, pushed lower. We had some nice pushing lower, so we're actually around like 2 pips away from our 1 to 2. Okay, so didn't happen. What instead of what actually happened, if you see, price kinda, took out this low. So one of my idea was, okay, if price uh, can break through this level, this fair value gap, or price can also respect this level as well. Price can, because overall I was bullish. Okay, as you can see, price really pushed higher quite a lot, so overall I was bullish. But in this lower time frame, we might have kind of like, we might not go all the way to the 50%, and we might come back. So this must be it. I thought it's something like this. So as soon as this broke this level, we came in. So I didn't want to see the same thing here. Okay, price came in, took out internal, then break of structure. So as soon as price break this level here, I went break even again. Because for me, I don't want to see price come back again all the way in, because max to max this order block in the 1 minute, I want to see a sell off. So that's it. I am not taking a risk. As soon as price broke through this level, I went break even, and exactly it happened the same as it happened here. What happened? Price pushed lower, took out sell side inside your point of interest, and then easy shift in structure, came into the fair value gap, bullish, respected it, from there, bang, price pushed higher. So these two trade was for the day today, and I was overall bullish, so I took this trade but went out. Like, it didn't exactly happen the way I wanted. Like, I thought a break and retest type thing of this order block didn't happen. Then we went bearish, so by this time I was thinking like, okay, we might go bearish right now. Okay, we had some equal lows here, we had some lows here. Okay, if I kinda project this here, uh, this manipulation leg here, I thought like, okay, we might go to at least this 2.2 minus 2 to 2.5 standard deviation. We might go here, and what you see, what's resting here, liquidities, right? Sell stops equal liquidity resting here. So I thought like we can go there. I was bullish, but we can come here, take this, and finally go bullish, but didn't happen. Price was chopping here a bit, came out chopping here a bit, and then finally you see shift in structure, came back in and pushed higher. So I was planning to take another trade, third trade, but actually I didn't take any because it was like, which time it was actually, it was 2:45, 3, like 3:30 some 2. Oh, okay. So we actually kind of broke above this high here. We had a fair value gap here, so we retraced around 310 and we broke in 250. Okay, so I was planning to take another trade, but I didn't took any. Okay, I could have waited and see what price might give me, then I could have take a buy. If I could have take a buy here, then it would be a definite absolute or definite win trade, definitely. But I didn't took any trade, but that's all right. Okay, first of all, I want to say that I didn't lose any trade. Okay, so I didn't lose, I managed my trade, and that's the good thing about it. Okay, I managed my trade. I knew that I had an idea what could possibly go wrong here. Once I was in the trade, the first one, the reason I went break even was that it must be a sweep of internal liquidity to finally push lower, went break even. I managed my trade, I didn't took any unnecessary risk. I went break even where it was necessary for me to go break even. I did it, price took me out, I didn't lose anything, I didn't gain anything. Second trade, exactly the same thing happened. I didn't lose anything, I didn't gain anything. Okay, but what actually happened, I'm quite happy about this thing, that I was able to identify what could possibly go wrong, and also I was able to manage the trade exactly right way, so I didn't lose. So this is quite a big deal. I don't fucking care who thinks what. For me, it's a very big deal. Okay, so uh, things working out pretty well. My overall bias, my overall identification, my overall thought process was right about this trade, and price did pushed higher, but exactly didn't happen the way I thought of, but my overall bias was right. Okay, this is the good thing about it. Second one, at the very first time of the day, I was actually looking to take a trade in USD CHF. Okay, USD CHF was the same. Okay, it's correlated the same as USD JPY, so the same analysis. Okay, if I just give you a real quick view of the high time frame, you can see same thing. We had SMT here, then we swept the you can see we swept the internal, then we came back all the way to the -4 deviation. So I was definitely looking for a push upside, at least 50% of this range towards this 4 hour or fair value gap. Basic idea. Okay, London session kind of starts here at 12:30. Here you go. So what I was thinking, I was either thinking of a break of structure in the London session, retest, or else there was a fair value gap in the hourly. I was looking price to come back in and then push higher. Okay, so what exactly happened here? Price didn't dig anything like that. Okay, what exactly price didn't came in, respected all these lows here. As you can see, it was pushing higher. It wasn't doing anything, it was chopping around, but it was protecting all these lows. See, it was protecting all these lows. And what actually happened here, in the 1 minute, we actually had broke through a bearish, like there was an inverse fair value gap here somewhere that price respected finally before actually kind of breaking above this high. Okay, this is the starting of the London session. uh, Here, this is the starting of the London session. I was waiting for either a break of structure, but my basic idea was I want to see this, like I want to see something like this. Price comes in, sweeps, break of structure, pull back and push higher. I was thinking something like this. So once we broke through this, I wanted a pullback. My initial idea was this fair value gap. We broke through this, came back, push higher. Give a fuck on that, didn't did anything. This line was the POC, the point of control of the whole range. This was the maximum amount of volume that was traded. So I was like, we can get something here. But then you see, we broke above this high. We had some chances of getting in here. Sorry. We had some chance of getting in here. Okay. Maybe into this auto block. Never came in. Maybe 50% of this range we could have get in into this trade. OTE, right? We could have entered here somewhere. Okay, and we could have really make it out, but at this moment I was in UJ, uh, taking the trade. So I kind of like, when it was actually breaking through like this, UJ was giving me the chance of getting in. So instead of looking at this, I went in there and took those two trades. Didn't make anything, but didn't lose anything as well, right? And also got a little bit of experience as well, like what can possibly, like I found out, like in this trade, those two trade today, I found out like when, how to actually go break even. Not in every trade, but there are some things that you should always notice, and these are probabilities, right? Like if that high was broken, we could have, like if I didn't went break even, I would make the loss from all the way up here, right? As I went break even, by anticipating the possibilities, I didn't lose anything, right? So it's important as a trader to understand how to preserve your capital, how you can lose the minimum and how you can win the maximum. Okay, you have to learn this, and I think I did learn a little bit of the whole thing. Okay, whatever. So I could have entered anywhere here, and price did went as I wanted. So here's the same thing again. The way my thought process here was a little bit like the way I wanted to buy here didn't happen, but overall my anticipation, my idea, my structure reading, my drawn on liquidity did got smashed in. That means my overall idea was right, and this is what it matters. Okay, and let me just give you a quick video like why I wasn't like wanted to buy. I had a SMT here, we swept internal and we swept all this liquidity, buy stops, we swept internal, we broke through, and we give a fuck on the bearish PDA raise. Then we're chopping here around. So maybe this is the market structure shift for me here in the 15 minute. It was not a shift for me. I was looking for something like this. Once this happened, man, I was damn bullish for the day. But find out that I didn't had any, I was not able to enter. Like if I could have entered, man, oh, I could have made some nice money there. Hey, don't think of money, whatever. But overall, that's it for the day. Worked out pretty well. Didn't lose anything, didn't made anything, but did made some nice experience today. Thank you.